Hey, and welcome back to Smoky Ribs. You know, it's just been cold, terrible winter weather for everybody in the United States pretty much, and I haven't been doing a whole lot of grilling. A lot of my recent uploads don't have anything to do with the grill, and I really can't wait to get back out there and do some more of that. But what I am going to do today is, back in 1978, at a wedding shower for me and my first wife, we were given a cookbook, and me and my current wife were talking about this the other day, about a certain recipe that I used to make. It was sweet and sour shrimp, and man, it was good. And I'm like, God, whatever happened to that cookbook? I mean, it's been gone for years and years, and all I can remember about it was Amy Vanderbilt was the writer of the book. This is it right here. I went to eBay searching for that exact same cookbook, and I found it online. It's a little ragged, which would be expected as old as it is. This thing was actually released in 1961, but it's still in fairly good shape considering. I mean, all the pages are intact, everything is there. But anyway, I found that same recipe that I used to make, and that's what I'm going to do for you here today. And I got all the ingredients already cut up and ready to go, and I got some shrimp over here. We're getting ready to start shelling, deveining, and getting those ready. They'll be fried shrimp, and this sweet and sour will be more of a dipping sauce. But you can prepare this other ways, such as make rice and fry the shrimp without the tail still on, and put it on your rice with your sweet and sour sauce. That would be very good as well. But I like to use this as a dip to dip these fried shrimp in. You talk about good. All right, let me show you how to make it.
Up in Nashville about this time last year, checking out some restaurants gave him a great idea to run a straight line from the Gulf Coast up to Tennessee, calling it Louisiana Seafood Company. He's on his way to Nashville, heading north on 59.
All right, I'm going to start with this sweet and sour sauce first. Go ahead and get it done, and just leave it on warm over here on a side burner before we start frying shrimp. Alright, now here's the ingredients. I have this on a medium heat right now, but you're going to need 8 ounces of crushed pineapple, now into that you got a half a cup of cider vinegar, got a half a cup of just plain white sugar. This is a 1/4 cup of pimentos, a half a cup of chopped bell pepper. I have it chopped fairly fine. I've got 1/2 of 1 clove of garlic, and just so you know, the original recipe calls to cut a clove of garlic in half and throw 1/2 in here. Then after it's done, take that half a clove out. I see no sense in doing that. And by crushing this garlic and chopping it like I did, you get more of the garlic oils coming out. So that's the way I've done it. You got to keep in mind that recipe was wrote or published back in 1961, and things have changed since that time. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Alright, also into this you get 1/4 cup of water and hot sauce. I'm going to be using the Frog Bone Cajun pepper sauce. It calls for around 10 drops. That looks good to me. Alright, I'm going to bring this up to a simmer. It's almost there already. Once I get it to a little bit of a boil, I'm going to cut the heat back and let it simmer for around 5 minutes, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, I've been simmering here around 5 minutes. It looks like the bell pepper is good and tender here. Now at this point, I'm going to take some cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch that I mixed with 1/4 cup of water. And that's just to thicken it up. I'm going to bring the heat up just a little bit to get it back up to a pretty good little boil. And we're going to stir this in until thickened. And it's already working. Look at that. Oh yeah. Look at that. All right, from here, I'm going to put it on this back burner, put it on low just to keep it warm. And we're going to go ahead and get our shrimp going. Okay, as always, anytime I fry shrimp, I always fry it with self-rising flour. It gives it a nice restaurant-style quality like we have up and down the Gulf Coast here in the restaurants. It's, I would say, identical to it as to what you would get in any fine seafood restaurant. Now, this sweet and sour sauce has got all the flavors going on in that, so all I'm going to add to this is just basic seasoning that I always use, which is going to be salt. You do want to add some seasoning to your flour, of course. So we're going with salt. I'm just guesstimating at this. That should be good. Black pepper. Looks good. Now cayenne pepper. You can omit this if you don't want to add the cayenne. I put cayenne in just about everything, even my eggs. I mean, I love this stuff. It's not about the heat either. It really adds a whole new element of flavor if you ever try it. And now just a little bit of granulated garlic. Just about like that. Okay, that's good. All I'm going to do is take and mix this in real well, and once this oil that I have heating up over here in this cast iron skillet gets up to temp, we're going to make some shrimp here momentarily. We'll be back. Okay, I've got my oil up to temperature, so we're going to go ahead and get some of these going. Just like I did on the shrimp po' boys here a while back, we're just simply going to dip that in plain water. We're going to toss it around in some of this self-rising flour that I seasoned. We're going to give it another dip, another coating. This is a great process. You just have to try it. It leaves a real nice crisp, but not too hard. It's really good. All right, into the grease. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these going. I'll bring you back when they're done.
He's almost halfway there, making damn good time. Crawfish, shrimp, and oysters, ice down in his truck. Got to be in Music City before the sun comes up. Grouper and red snapper, fresh as it can be. Best boudin you ever ate, that's your guarantee. 3 shakes of Tabasco, shakes more. Next week you'll make that run again, just like the week before. You'll be on his way to Nashville, heading north on 59. Gotta keep that hammer down, he's making damn good time. Crawfish, shrimp, and oysters, ice down in his truck. Gotta be in Music City before the sun comes up.
Okay, if I were to have guests coming over for dinner or a party or something like that, this is the way I would present it. This is just beautiful. I'm going to take one of these here in the back. I have not had this particular sweet and sour sauce in 40 years, I'm sure. Let's see, no, not quite that long. It's about 37 years since I've made this. So glad I found that recipe book. All right, here we go. I'm going in. Lord have mercy. Ooh, so familiar. That is an excellent sweet and sour sauce. Excellent way to fry shrimp. Oh man, make this, people. It's really, really good. Until next time, smoky ribs.